Hello you lot, this is KeefCooks, I'm Keef, and today I'm going to do something a little bit posh but actually very easy to make. I'm going to do salmon en croute. This was requested by Cindy Barata, and I'm glad. It's something that I should have done ages ago. It's pretty much a standard, especially for somebody who likes pies like I do, but I actually haven't, except last week I did have a go and it was a disaster. I'll tell you a bit more about that later. Anyway, salmon en croute. The name en croute, well, it's from the French, in crust, so it's salmon encased in a pastry crust. And it's a very old dish. Something like this has been around for a couple of hundred years. And yeah, it's marvellous. Anyway, if you enjoy this video, give it a like, share, subscribe, become a patron, make a donation, and so on. And without further ado, let's cook that salmon. Right, ingredients for our salmon en croute. We've got some puff pastry or flaky pastry. We've got about 400 grams of salmon fillets. We've got a mountain of spinach, which will end up as something like that. And we've got 150 grams of cream cheese, like Philadelphia kind of stuff. And some white pepper. That's it. Oh, an egg to glaze. Anything else? Probably. But that's all I can think of for now. So, first job is wilt this spinach. Or wilt it not? Now pour a couple of splashes of water into a frying pan on medium heat and add your washed spinach, and that water is just to stop the spinach from sticking initially, and just let it cook. Keep stirring it and it will wilt, it will release its moisture and dwindle down to almost nothing, and once there's no more liquid coming out, take it off the heat and transfer it to a bowl. Maybe stick it in the fridge if you're in a hurry, but you want that to get completely cooled down to room temperature. Now we need to prep the salmon, and I'm a bit disappointed because the ones I got last week, I got fillets that were joined up kind of like that, but all I can get this week is little ones that have been chopped in half. Run your fingers around it, see if you can find any bones. If you do, get rid of them. These are okay. And then we want to get the skin off, and again it was easier with the fillets I had last week because they've tailed off to or they faded away to nout. Okay, so the spinach is cool enough. Well, it's cool. So I'm just gonna squeeze it and get all the extra liquid out, and now I'll mix that in with the cream cheese. And a little bit of pepper, white pepper. Right, now we're ready to build our salmon en croute. So you want a bit of flour on your worktop and then unroll your pastry. I have made this myself in the past, and there's at least one video of that which I'll link to, so don't be telling me off for being lazy like everybody else. Right, so where I went wrong last week was I did it in a loaf tip. Well, no, I didn't. I did it in a ceramic pie dish like this. Well, probably exactly this one. Which meant that the cooking time for the pastry in the bottom needed to be an awful lot longer than for the top. Yeah, basically the bottom didn't get cooked properly and it looked a mess, it fell apart, it was disappointing, shall we say. Right, I pop a couple of fillets in the middle, well, middle-ish, and then a good layer of the cream cheese and spinach. You could also use watercress if that's more to your liking or better availability. Okay, and then top it with the other two bits of salmon. and the spare bit we accidentally cut off the end. Alright, I'm just going to wash my hands, and the knife and the chopping board. Yeah. And we're going to kind of fold this over like a parcel. So I'll cut the corner bits out because we don't want to end up with double thickness of pastry. And I reckon I'll fill these with the spinach and cheese mixture, and Mrs. KeefCooks will be very happy. I need some water to moisten these edges. So fold up your pastry. And smooth down the edges. Try and make them disappear. Okay, and I'm going to pop that in the fridge for about half an hour just for it to firm up. Okay, we're just going to decorate the salmon on croute and then bake it. So we need the oven preheating to 180 degrees Celsius for a fan oven, that's 200 for a conventional one, and gas mark 6. So grab the chilled pastry package and decorate it any way you like. I'm going to make a little fish face on the top because I want to. So I made this sort of piping of pastry, and we'll just soak it and then arrange it artistically. I'm going to glaze it. This is beaten egg with a bit of milk in it. And then you can score the pastry, and as it cooks the puff pastry rises and the gaps that you're cutting here widen, and that emphasises the pattern. So this is meant to be fish scales, and it's going to take some time. Okay, it looks a bit like a Pac-Man. So I'm going to pop that in the oven for about 25-30 minutes and then we'll check it. So we've had 25 minutes. It's looking good, but I'm going to give it a bit longer and turn it round. I also made up these little things for Mrs. KeefCooks. Okay, another, 5 minutes. And they look fine to me. We'll get them cooled down on a wire rack, and then we'll have a go at the salmon on croute. Oi!
Oh, helping.
Oh, okay. Don't do the intro.
Go on then.
We're on.
Are we? Oh, where's the camera? Right. And now it's taste test time with Mr. KeefCooks!
You're better at that. Okay, dinner.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I burnt the top.
Can I just say that one of my favourite people in the world right now is Cindy Murata, who, bless her, requested this, and we had it last week. And it wasn't quite as beautiful as it needed to be, but it tasted fantastic. So he's had to do it again. There we go. Straight down my front. Look at that.
Oh, you mock job.
Oh, I know. Hello, everybody. Honestly, look at me. Anyway. Thank you, Keefy. Thank you, Cindy.
Okay. It is a little bit bland, actually. Yeah. So a bit of pickle.
What I got there was mostly the salmon.
Yeah.
I know from when you did this before, it's the I think that the cheese and spinach mix needs a little bit more oomph. What would you put in it if you were going to do this from scratch? Bit of pickle?
Chili.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah, just a bit.
Chili and salmon. I think that wouldn't be great, but that's just my opinion.
Or some sweet chili jam.
Yeah. What's normal? Oh, tartar sauce. What's in tartar sauce?
Gherkins and mayonnaise, basically.
Oh, right. So I think I'd go that way.
Okay.
Go on, I'll try
Yeah, it's nice with the jam. Oh yeah.
Just talk amongst yourselves. We're doing that, aren't we? It's nice. Actually, yeah. That's a surprise.
There you go.
Kind of works. Or you could try tartar sauce.
Oh yeah. Right, just get the chili. Okay, thank you for watching and see you next time.